of pregnancy than STI. This is simple. It all boils down to their ego, okay? The male nature doesn't like to eat his banana with a peel. That's what they will say. So it's all ego driven. Like they feel as if it is less of a man for them to eat a banana with a peel, okay? And I'm speaking in parable, okay? Why are they brave when they come to facing STI than pregnancy? They don't want the responsibility. Even though if they are not practicing safe, yeah, yes. What happens is that they may catch something that is life-altering, okay, a permanent situation, but they don't mind that, apparently. Not that they all don't mind. I'm talking about the majority do not mind that. So therefore, they do not want the responsibility of a pregnancy that a woman will bring to them. They prefer to go eat, well, they want to unpeel their banana, instead of eating it with a peel, because it's not mainly enough. Eating their banana with a peel is not mainly enough. Who does it? Who eat their bananas with a peel? Don't they think I'm a man? Especially if you happen to come across an African man, the ego is up here, okay? And they think it is less than a man to eat their banana with a peel, meaning that to protect themselves, most of them, okay? I am not generalizing here, okay? Please understand that when I come here and make these assumption, I am not generalizing, okay? Whatever it is. There isn't a generalization. I don't think every man do not practice safe S. I do know that there are some men that do practice safe S, that take their health seriously, but this is just something that I have noticed within the kingdom of men. They are so afraid of pregnancy than meeting a stranger and not protecting themselves with a stranger. Men are more inclined to meet a stranger and take a life-altering decision without protecting themselves than wanting a woman to claim that they are pregnant or they were impregnated by him. Do you understand? So this is what I'm talking about when I say that, man, hi, how are you? How are you, Abram? So this is this is what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm so sorry. One second, guys. I'm trying to just give me a second. I'm trying to put you do not disturb. Perfect. So as I was saying, men out there, hi George, their ego gets in the way. The ego gets in the way, okay? They don't think properly when they are faced with a woman. They're like, well, you know what? You look so great to a point where I'm ready to risk my life. This is not their thought process when I say, oh, you look great, I'm ready to risk my life. That's not what I'm talking about. I am saying that most men, honestly speaking, when the woman is beautiful, they are inclined to take a risk, okay, being with her in the way of not protecting themselves than if the woman were ugly, because in their mind she's too beautiful to potentially carry some diseases, okay, that may change his life. Okay, how are you? Oh, I'm doing great, George. I'm doing great. And you? So therefore, it all boils down to perception. How do they think of this woman? Okay, how is she carrying herself? Is she beautiful? Does she smell good? Oh my God. How is her figure? Is her figure giving or what? So if her figure is giving, is a done deal. Forget about it. They are going to lose it. Okay. I am not saying every man is this weak. Okay, this is not, being weak. This is more like a man who doesn't have control of his sexual urges. Therefore, he is going to make some very immature decision that may affect his life. But with all these decisions, my thing is, I have a question for this man. Why would you eat your banana without a peel and expect a woman to not get pregnant? That's the question. Why would you eat your banana raw? Well, Who eats? Do you cook your banana? Unless it is a plantain. You can cook your plantain, but you cannot cook your banana. And people out there from different cultural background that cook their bananas. That's always the rules. You're talking about banana here and there. What are we talking about? I'm talking about your manhood. How about that? Well, George, if you want to subscribe, what I want you to do is make sure that this channel and the concept that I convey on my channel is something you would like to hear every day, because there isn't, an essence in subscribing to my channel if you don't like the concept or the idea that my channel conveys. So subscribe if you really like the content. If not, you can watch me whenever I come live. Okay, buddy. So therefore, as I was saying, they they eat their meat raw and expect the woman not to get pregnant. Oh no, I thought you were on birth control, my dear. Why did you get pregnant? I am not ready for a child. Why are you pregnant? Don't you know that I have a lot going on? I have my career to pursue. I need to do this and need to do that. I look at them with side eye. If you knew that you wanted to achieve all this greatness, okay, you wanted to become the next king of England or Scotland, okay, why did you eat your meat raw? You didn't know that babies come. You didn't know that baby comes out of there, or you carry babies around there. Yeah, I'm talking about your scrotum, okay, or vas deferens. I'm not, I'm trying to get into those terminology. Vas deferens that, hold on. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, okay. I did A&P long time ago, but your vas deferens, I think, is where your sperm are being held below, body temperature, because they're going to be unalive. So I'm talking about you didn't know that you're holding on to babies. When you ate your meat raw, you didn't know that you were taking a risk. You didn't know that the raw meat that you're eating had the potential to get pregnant, but you were not afraid of catching an STI if this woman happened to be infected, right? That's the question. So therefore, I am so baffled by the behaviors of men. I'm like, buddy, what did you expect? That second, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, that is if you last in bed. Because most of you guys are not known to last in bed, by the way. I'm not talking about ED, erectile dysfunction. I'm just talking about most men are not known to last in bed, okay? I'm sure that your parasympathetic, okay, takes a hit and don't get the credit. Because when you're in the sympathetic mode, that's the last 1 second. But the parasympathetic aspect of the do or of the deed, gets no credit. But you say, I'm a man. I'm like, oh, you mean the time that you took, in your parasympathetic mode to make sure that you are erect? What are we talking about? All those foreplay. That is if you are familiar with that. Because some of you guys know nothing. But that being said, listen to me. Again, I don't want to go too vulgar with this video. I'm trying to really measure up my words. When I become monetized, I will have members only, whereby I can say anything. Because at this point, I'm like, it's what I'm about to say, YouTube friendly. But my, subscribers are adult. So again, when you eat your meat raw, you were not expecting to impregnate someone's, daughter. No, you wasn't. But the little pleasure you were getting from it, you didn't know that this pleasure comes with trouble. You like to underestimate the danger of what you carry underneath your scrotum or in your scrotum, not underneath, but below your body temperature. All those things are babies, by the way. So you are underestimating, what that can do in the body of a woman. But you go in the raw because you don't want to eat your banana with a peel. But you are not afraid of catching the STI. I mean, yeah. But once she's pregnant, you don't want the responsibility. It's too much of a responsibility. So, who impregnated you? By the way, shawty, this was just a one-night stand. I wasn't ready for this baby. If you don't mind, please keep me out of it. Look for the father. Irresponsible men. Men can indeed be very irresponsible. And from that aspect, I'm here to say that women have to proceed with caution. If a man doesn't want to, I don't want to say cover up or wear his raincoat. Okay, I'm not talking about a serious relationship. If you guys are in a serious relationship, I get it. But if you're just getting to know this man and you're so attracted to him to a point where you, entrust him with your body, I would say proceed with caution. If there's any man out there that says, he doesn't eat his banana with a peel, that is very demanding and it's not manly, guess what, my dear? Guess what? Let him go. He has no good intention, because if you were to tell him, wait, buddy, I am not on birth control, I could get pregnant, the minute you look at me, he is going to run the opposite direction, because that is a responsibility men view as grandiose. It is a grandiose responsibility, but I'm here to say that if you knew the magnitude of this responsibility, why are you choosing your pleasure over it? Your pleasure comes first because you're selfish. You expect to get pleasure from a woman going in there, eating your meat raw, but yet you don't want the responsibility. I question that. Honestly speaking, I question that so much. So therefore, men are very irresponsible, let's be honest, and their irresponsibility is questionable. Because I'm like, where's your moral? I take you guys to a higher standard. I always say that you guys are very smart, but yet you guys have a weakness. You men, your weakness stems from the coochie. You cannot, control your impulses. You cannot keep your composure in front of the coochie. You are ready to take a leap of faith from nothing and lose your life. Lose your life. Have babies in different countries or different area codes. It's just irresponsible. Okay, so what I'm about to do is, I just bought a new ring light. I wanted to see how it looks like. So I'm about to sign out of here, come back with a new topic. And guess what? I'm doing it right now. And I'm about to change what I'm wearing. But before I go, do you guys want to see what I'm wearing today? Once again, I am a fashionista. I bought this new ring light and I'm about to just showcase it, okay? I'm wearing something very beautiful as usual. So let's see. You like this new ring light, buddy? Look at my ring light. You like this setting? Bright enough. Now this is what I'm wearing. 1 second. This is what I'm wearing. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at what I'm wearing. Can you see it? Uh-oh. Okay, this is it. I don't want to show you what you're not supposed to see or you're not privy of seeing. Okay? Accident will happen. Now, that being said, do you guys like this setting? This is my new ring light. You like the setting or what? Now, I'm about to come here with another topic. Alright? Let me change. I like the ring light and we shall be in business. Now, do me a favor. Wear your raincoat. By the way, if you don't wear it, you should be ready to be responsible. Maybe to be called Dada. If you don't want that, wear your raincoat. Besides from being called Dada, you could catch something that you cannot get rid of. Be careful, okay? Yeah, that pleasure is not worth losing your life over.